How's it going, guys? In this video I'm going to be discussing a question that has come up over and over again over the last few months on my channel, and it is, what diagnostic tools do I use in the workshop and why? Okay, before I get hands-on with my current diagnostic tool that I use mostly, I want to show you the older tools that we bought, and it will give you a reason as to why I went with the tool I have now. So without further ado, I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to show you probably the first two diagnostic tools I believe that we bought here in the workshop. So in front of me here is two different diagnostic tools. First one is a Carman Scan 2, second one is a Launch X431. This was the second ever diagnostic tool that we bought. The first ever was a Sykes Pickavin code reader, I believe, and this was the third one. This was about $3.5 grand, and off the top of my head I believe this was about $3 grand. So both very expensive tools, and at the time there wasn't as much variety and options that you have now, but we'll go with this one first. We bought this one because it was exceptional on Japanese at the time, so your Toyotas, Subarus, Kias, Hondas, all of them. It was very good. We had all the plugs for the older type as well as the 16 pin as well, and it was a very fast tool, and it done exactly what we hoped it would do on Japanese. It was very, very, very good. This one here we bought, I will say, 6 months to a year afterwards, I think. And again, a very, very good tool. Launch X431. We bought it off a recommendation from a seller, and it was a good recommendation. It done us very well until the point where the updates weren't good enough anymore and the tool became obsolete. So there was newer models coming out. Like anything, when technology advances, this doesn't keep up, but up to that point it done exceptionally well. We have the Mercedes here, BMW there, all the different connectors. As you can see, there's a ton of different connectors that come with it. And it was very, very good, and why I'm showing you these now is why I went with the next tool I have, which is the Launch X431 Pro 3. I'll show you in a minute, but before I get to that, I'll just go through all of the diagnostic tools we have and then give you a reason why we have the current X431 Pro 3. They are a generic tool, we'll call them, which can do a multitude of different tasks. This one can, at the time, could do so much that a lot of other ones couldn't do. The same with my Pro 3 one now. It covers so much. It is a great tool. If I had to pick one scan tool that I had to own, it would be that one. But what I will say is they do not do what a dealer level tool will do, and what I mean by that is they don't cover everything a dealer tool will. They can't. They cover as much as they can, but when it comes to dealer level or these tools, there is a difference. So that's why I have so many dealer level tools. I have the Ford and Mazda IDS. I have the Volkswagen Audi VAGCOM, which covers Skoda and Seat. We have Obcom for Opel, that is a bit dated. Peugeot Citroen, I have an older version of that. I will be updating that again to get up to 2017, 2018. So that is the two tools that I started off with, the two diagnostic tools that really basically got us into it and got us working on all the makes and models that we possibly could at that particular time. We then went on to getting dealer level tools to Volkswagen, Skoda, Seat and Audi, which is VAGCOM. We got Ford IDS, which is also covers Mazda as well. We have Obcom, which is for Opels. We have Lexia, Peugeot Planet, which is for Peugeot and Citroens. And I think there was another dealer tool that I had for a while. Off the top of my head I can't think of it now, but we have a lot of different dealer level tools as well. And the reason for that is a dealer level tool can go into the very depths of what that car is. You will be able to get everything that the dealer has, and even the we'll say this in the Vancom, the step-by-step process that you can have on that is second to none, really. When it comes to dealer level tools, there's no beating them in my opinion. They're for specific makes and models, and they can do everything on the makes and models that a dealer can, and that's why they are so useful. For example, the Pro 3 that I'll show you in a minute, wasn't able to do brake bleeding on Fiesta, where my IDS was. The feature was meant to be in it. I went to do it and it failed. What else? Battery registration on a Audi, wasn't able to do that either. Service resets on a Skoda Octavia, wasn't able to do that where the Vancom was. And also on Ford, there's another one that happened recently. Oh, the the relearning of the diesel particulate filter sensor and the diesel particulate filter itself. It didn't have the function to relearn the values on the diesel particulate filter sensor when I replaced them over. That was a 2011 Focus 1.6. So the IDS was able to come in, it was able to do that, whereas the Pro 3 that I had was not able to do that. We also have a Delphi scan tool, which is good up to 2013. Again, it covers a wide band of stuff, but it can't do it all. None of them tools can do it all. But without further ado, I'm going to give you a breeze through, and I mean a breeze through, of the Launch X431 Pro 3. And this is my Launch X431 Pro 3, and it is an exceptional tool. There is loads of updates that I haven't put on this yet, but that's just a quick flick through of the different makes and models. It pretty much covers as much as any one scan tool can cover, I believe. I have used a later Carman scan, which was the touch screen, and I also used the very latest in 2016 Snap-on scan tool. And being perfectly honest, I think this is a better one than any of them as well. I find that there was more functions. Just up here in the special, we'll call them the special section, the special reset section, you have brake reset, oil reset, power steering, battery registration, brake bleeding, throttle body, tire pressure monitoring, DPF, your headlight, that auto sensing headlight, gearbox. Both of them are to do with gear. Actually, that one is to do with crankshaft, I think, relearning, and then gearbox. If you had an automatic gearbox that has electronic modules on it, you can relearn values on that. Immobilizer, odometer, sunroof. If you have a rain sensing sunroof or a temperature sensing sunroof, that feature, which I've never used but is there as well. Injector, odometer is basically resetting it to the mileage that you want if you had changed out a clock or something like that. But all of them is in it. They are very good. I have used the oil reset the most, of course. I was speaking about the battery reset. It didn't work on an Audi. I did try it, and the dealer level tool did. What have I used this for? Recently a Mitsubishi Outlander, where the steering angle sensor recalibration, used it on that. That's becoming more common and more common. For example, if you had a wheel alignment done on a vehicle, the steering angle sensor should be reset afterwards. It's not something that you would be doing, but if there was a fault that was coming on after a wheel alignment was done, it is something that you would need to be looking at. That is it. I don't have it plugged into a tool now. Let me know if you'd like an in-depth tour of this particular machine. I really wanted this video just to be what tools I use and why. The reason I use this one is because it covers such a multitude of different items, and the reason I use dealer level tools is it speaks for themselves. They do everything that you can do in a dealer with them particular tools. And that is it. If you have any of these tools or you have any particular recommendations, I'd love for you to post them up. I do love hearing about different diagnostic tools, especially new ones, 2017, 2018. If you have any recommendations that you're using, be sure to post them down. If you use any of these and have any comments on that, be sure to post them down as well. Lastly, if you would like an in-depth tour on this, just post it down below and I will go further in on a couple of different makes and models and show you what this bad boy is capable of. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.